Howdy everybody, welcome back to my garage, welcome to another video, although this is not a race recap. I have notes in my hand, I have a subject that I really want to cover. In my 17th, this is the start of my 17th season of driving a race car. I've seen this sport go from pen and paper, word of mouth, progress more and more technologically advanced to now where you can nearly find out anything you want to do about a certain situation or a certain race results, rules, stuff like that. You can find it anywhere on the internet within 30 minutes of it happening. Probably sometimes quicker than that, but I'm just going to give a vague approximation there. And I think most people know that. You know, that's something that's grown a lot in the last several years. But I also seen something decrease in the last several years. And that is the number of racetracks that we have available to go to. I mean, Green Valley, one of the biggest places around North Alabama, closed, gone. It's a lake. So I don't think we need any more help getting these places closed. And with that said, we're going to get into what my subject is about here today. And that is people that do nothing but moan and complain on social media about a track and how that can possibly affect the officials, the promoters, the fans, the drivers, and so forth. Now, I've seen this all year long. I've seen it go on. It's not just at the track I race at, not just in the state I race in. I've seen this pretty much around the Southeast already this year a whole bunch of times. Well, I got screwed. I got a bad call. They didn't do this right. Track didn't do this right. The official did this wrong. Oh, their tech guy didn't know what they were doing. I got ran over by somebody and they didn't do nothing about it. I got ran over and got my car tore up. I could go on and on and on about all the sob stories that I hear on Facebook. And, I've had my share of sob stories too, so don't think I'm going all holier than thou on this, because I know I've done it. But, when I sit back and looked at what I've done, I've realized that I am an idiot. I'm a self-proclaimed goober, So we're going to go on and look at this at the way I want to, what I want to speak about here. You always hear about all the griping and moaning and everything that everybody does, and all the bad posts that people put up about a track, and it all of them in the same way is we're never going back there. Enough people didn't go back to Green Valley, and it's closed. Look at that. Of course, Huntsville Speedway's recently reopened, and I don't know all the circumstances about that, but that could have easily been enough people not going back there for whatever reason. And it doesn't really take 10 people having a bad experience at a place to get people not to go there. It takes one person having a bad experience and running off at the mouth about it that overrides the other 40 racers that were there on that night that had good times that didn't say a word about it. Okay, that one person reaches out on social media and it goes to hundreds of eyes within seconds. And then you've got these people that don't even know what's going on, that were thinking about coming to that track or thinking about coming to spectate or race at that place or wherever. Now they're going, well, look at this. This guy says he got screwed. Now, why do we want to go there and get screwed? Even, and don't ever get at the thought that, well, maybe this one occurrence in that race night was the only time that it happened. So you've got one goober there sticking out of the other 40 or 50 racers there that night that had a bad call or something didn't go his way or he got run over, who has posted that he's not going back. I had that place is junk, that track was rough, and it tore my car up, Okay, so that's automatically gets out further than somebody going and, oh man, I had a great time, the show was run pretty good, because you never get a perfect show. You get close, but you never get one. But it was ran good. You never hear about that. You never hear about somebody going, well, I had a mediocre night, but it was a good show, and it was fun, we're going back next week. You never see that. You always see these goobers that go, I'm done with that place because I got screwed one time or I got run over, and then we're never going back. It's not the thing to do. Then we end up with another Green Valley here, and another Green Valley there, and another Green Valley out west. These places don't need help closing down. They need help staying open. And to help stay open, we should be sharing that. Matter of fact, last time I raced at Fort Payne, you know, I had a little bit of bad luck in a heat race. No big deal. I went and worked and fixed my car for the main, got it back together, and went out there, started 10th, and drove to 2nd. Okay. Yeah, okay, I didn't want to have to start that far back, but, you know, it wasn't the track's fault that they got run over. You know, it was me and another driver. Okay, well, that's no big deal. We shook hands. We're good. I went out there. We raced the race, no problems, and I had a good time, and it was fun. I want to recommend that if you would like to see some good dirt racing, come to Fort Payne Motor Speedway. You know, go to Talladega and see those guys put on a show down there. Go to, I don't know the name of the track at Arkadelphia, but Arkadelphia, I think it was Eric Cates Memorial is what they started calling it now. Go out there and support those guys. Go to Moulton and support them. Winchester, Dutton, there's plenty of places to go. And this is me saying that if you have a dirt track in your area and you are a motorsports fan, you need to go support these places because they're dropping like flies. You know, I mean, it's now to where I can name more tracks in Northeast Alabama that are closed than are still open.